Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Here is the countdown clock to midnight. I do want to let everyone know that we are watching midnight in Jerusalem on December 12th. Okay, this is the end of the day on December 12th. I've been very clear about where I would place my expectations. Not at the beginning of the day on December 12th, but the end of the day on December 12th. And this coincides with the exact moment in time when I received my sign in the sun on December 12th, 2012. It was 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, midnight Jerusalem. Okay, so that is what I'm watching. And I will leave the link to this countdown clock so you can have this if you want this. And it's a countdown to midnight, okay? The midnight hour on December 12th is the end of the day on December 12th. And so we still are right now about 5 hours away from the midnight hour. And I'm seriously very, very excited about this right now. And, I don't know if it's the moment of the rapture or if God is going to send the sign in the sun again the way I received it. But the connections to today are extremely important. Extremely important. I've been sharing for more than a month now about December 12th, okay? And so this is what I'm watching. And so I do want to just share a couple things with you about the messages that I shared yesterday. Okay, remember it was the midnight hour that Passover happened. The angel of death came over at midnight, and that was the midnight hour. The gates of the city were taken down at midnight by Samson. Okay. The encounter between Ruth and Boaz was midnight. The wisdom of Solomon and the massacre of the baby was connected to the midnight hour, a foretelling of a future event at midnight. We know the doomsday clock is set to midnight. When the doomsday clock strikes midnight, it will begin. One of the most important verses I found was Job 34:20. What an amazing piece of wisdom and understanding that God has given us in His Word about the importance of midnight. Job 34:20, in a moment shall they die. The people shall be troubled at midnight and pass away. And the mighty shall be taken away without hand. Midnight, the mighty taken away. The people shall be troubled at midnight. In a moment shall they die at midnight. Psalm 119:62. Psalm 119, many people say that this relates to 2019. Psalm 119, verse 62. 6 times 2 is 12. That's just a coincidence, I'm sure. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. Okay, so normally people lie down at midnight. But this does not say he will lie down at midnight. It says at midnight he will rise. Okay? And the judgment is connected to this. Giving thanks to God as we rise. Okay? We know that the 10 virgins shows that the bridegroom comes at midnight. At midnight there was a cry made, "Behold, the bridegroom comes, go out to meet him." Okay, this full moon, which was earlier this morning, okay, the full moon time earlier this morning was a sign of midnight on December 12th at 12:12. Okay, this is a sign of midnight, a very intriguing sign. People in all the world are talking about this. All the news put out articles about this. 12:12. It's an amazing sign in the heavens, okay? And I wasn't necessarily focusing on the exact moment of the full moon, but I was focusing on the fact that this is a sign of midnight. And we know that it says in Proverbs 7, "The goodman is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the appointed day." The day appointed in Hebrew Strong's is 3677, and it means full moon. Okay, the goodman is not at home. He's gone on a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him. He will come home at the full moon. And we know that the bridegroom comes, the husband comes at midnight. Midnight on a full moon. Okay? This is the same usage in Psalm 81:3 when it says, "Blow up the trumpet in the full moon." The day appointed, the full moon. Blow the trumpet on the day appointed at the full moon. 3677. Look at the original meaning of the word. Okay? 3677 used in Proverbs 7:20 and Psalm 81:3. And we've shared about Taurus in the past. But the full moon last night, which was 12/12/12/12, was right in the eye of Taurus. Look at the full moon in the eye of Taurus. Okay? Rapture now in the blink of an eye. Rapture now in the blink of an eye. Okay? The sign of midnight, right. Bullseye of Taurus. Okay? So, I pray that we are all ready, right? That we are all ready. Okay, so right now we are at 4 hours and 56 minutes from the marker, okay? And I'm going to be outside. I'm going to try to be outside, and I'm going to be watching the sun. And whether this is the exact moment of rapture, or God is going to send the sign again that he gave me 7 years ago in the sun, which would then be a worldwide warning, okay, a worldwide warning, the changing of the sun. And they're gonna share that the aliens did it, or the chemtrails did it, or whatever. We don't know if this is going to be the exact end and the rapture, or this is going to be a final warning. And then I can continue sharing about the message that the Lord gave me 7 years ago. And then the focus will be on the message that the Lord gave me 7 years ago and how I knew when the sign would come. Okay? So, one of two things. God is showing us the exact moment of rapture, or the sign that God gave me 7 years ago is going to return in the sun. Okay? So, this is what I'm going to share with you. And, if the sun is transformed at 4 o'clock this afternoon, then maybe people will understand that God called me, gave me a message, and gave me the understanding how I could know when the sign would come. And that will bring validity to the message, that this message is God's true, pure, perfect message, because he gave me the understanding of when the sign would come, okay? when the sign would come. So for right now, that's what I want to share with you. And watch 4 p.m. Central Time, midnight Jerusalem, and it's applicable to anywhere you are in the world with this countdown to midnight timer, okay? So I pray you're all blessed. Really looking forward to meeting you very, very soon in glory. I pray you're all blessed today. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.